3, begin.
This is a step-by-step tutorial on how to set up the LanExpert 85 in single mode for loopback testing. Before we turn on the power, let's put in our SFPs. Press down firmly to make it snap in there all the way to make a good connection. Taking our fibers and selecting and pressing them in to the housing. As you can see, we are connected to our active loopback device. It is recommended to always turn off the unit before swapping SFPs. Now let's turn on the unit by pressing the yellow button. We are now in the home screen. We would like to select Setup to go to our Setup screen. From here, we are going to select Profile 5 and press Ports. We are going to be doing a single mode device or single mode test, so keep your port configuration to single mode. Link as auto MDIX. Your speed is auto with 10, 100, and 1000 all selected. Let's press the down arrow twice to get to our IP addresses. We would like to select Fixed IP and enter in an IP address. Select the IP address. We will be using 192.1-200. Select Enter, and now we need to select the subnet mask, which will be 255.255.255.0. Select Enter again to set that address. Now we need to go into our gateway IP address. This will be 192.168.1.1. Select Enter. Now we are done with our ports configuration. Select the arrow to the right twice to find Traffic Generate. For our duration of our test, for our loopback test, will be 1 minute. Our size will be 512 bytes, and we will be using 100% of the link rate. Now we are done with our setup. Select the X button to go back to your home screen. And now we are able to do our loopback test. So select Loopback Test. As you can see, the port is already linked at 1000 full. We have our frames with transmitted, received, and lost frames. You have remaining frames and percentage and our round trip time. Now we can select Start to start the test. As you can see, we are at 100% link with no lost frames, and we are about 80% left. Let's run through this whole test, and we'll go to the next port. There's about 40% left. %. And now the test is done. As you can see, we got no lost frames through our active loopback. To switch the fibers, please select the X button in the upper right hand corner to go back to our home screen. Now we can swap the fibers going from port 1 straight over to port 2. Make sure they're connected well and press the loopback test. As you can see, just like last time, we have our green LED light flashing selected, and now we can select our test again, pressing start. This is one test. That is another 1-minute test. And we'll let it run for the remaining time. Have about 50% left. About 25% left. And the test is done. Once again, through the active loopback test, we see that there is no % lost frames. Press exit and go back to your home screen. This is the end of the single mode test tutorial for loopback testing.